I'm trying to make a model where the closer you get, the more realistic it looks. Trying to get all the details in, and it's a lot of work. I have a sail dilemma. That's what's coming. The question is really whether or not to have sails on the ship at all. I can show you why. This is one of the yards, and normally without sails it would be covered in rope and blocks and detail. And this is just a rough attempt at a certain material, trying to make it look to scale. And you can just see how the way it hangs isn't quite to scale. And I've just done a rough tie-up job on it just to get a feel for the fabric. So, to make a sail, I had to work out my stitch lengths and patterns. You can see there how I would do corner of a sail. And, nice parallel seams for where the cloths are sewn together. And it was fine on this fabric because as a test run, it was a lot thicker than where I went. Getting something where you can't see the weave at all at this distance. But I have seen it in some close-up shots, and there you can just make out the weave, and it's probably the right scale for canvas. But see how soft and floppy it is, which is a beautiful outcome for the sail if it's furled. But there's a problem. And that was it wouldn't go through the sewing machine. It just kept bunching up and ripping and tearing, and the stitching was all over the place. So I soaked it in a mixture of PVA and water to give it this sort of stiffness. That's the same fabric, but just after the soaking. And that meant I could run it under the sewing machine, and it all worked out with the sewing. So far, then, I've tried different amounts of rinsing. I could do further rinsing on this one. This is just a sample sail I did on the fabric after the PVA water had been painted on. And it's worked out quite well. I've got some close-ups here. I'm just pointing out the, what are they called? The cringles. And you can see how this sail, if it was unfurled, it's quite good. It'll hold like a wind-blown shape as it is. So as an open sail, that's not bad. I was thinking of perhaps doing the top sails down and furling the lower sails. But I keep coming back to the question of, do I want sails at all? So that's pretty much where I'm left. It's a lot of effort so far just to figure out how to do this. But I still can't decide. So I'll leave you with that. Thanks.